Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Serena, and today's theme of video, I was thinking about how doom scrolling and like being on my phone has been really bad lately and really been irritating me, how I can't seem to get it under control. So, it's Monday night. I'm thinking for a week straight I'm going to replace doom scrolling on my phone with my fiber arts and hobbies. There may be some bonus hobbies in here. We'll see what happens, but mainly fiber arts. And I already set up my phone to block TikTok and Instagram after work, or starting at 3:30. It's gonna be blocked. Because I can scroll a little bit at work, and like that's all I'm gonna allow myself to do this week. So that's gonna be blocked, and YouTube Shorts is gonna be blocked. Even though YouTube Shorts isn't even that good, I found myself going to that even when TikTok and Instagram wasn't available. Yeah, I may have undiagnosed ADHD, so that kind of adds to the difficulty I have with staying off my phone. But we have the blockers on. I'm making a video, which sometimes keeps me accountable. It's kind of like body doubling, like someone's here with me and we're trying to get through this together. So yeah, that's the gist of the video. Let me show you what fiber arts projects I'm working on. This project's a couple years old, but I'm sure if I look around I can find the thread. But it is a little concerning that the thread isn't with the project, but we'll see. But it's a cross stitch that's gonna say Merry Christmas, and it looks like I'm probably like halfway done at least, so that would be kind of cool to finish. The next cross stitch I have is some cross stitch ornaments on plastic Adia. So this one is very much at the beginning. I literally only have an M for the first ornament that is gonna be like, say Mary, and it's a little trailer with a snowman. This one is very slow going and takes a bit more effort and concentration because they packed so many colors into this. It's not really simple. Like just on this M, there was 2 different shades of white and like 3 different shades of red in the M, instead of it just being like a single color or 2. And the third project I'm working on this week is this knit scarf. It's kind of curling up, so I will definitely have to block it when it is done. It's being made with a Caron Cake Colorama Halo, like perfect phasing. It perfectly is supposed to go from blue to pink. Here's the rest of the cake. So I just really wanted a project to get a little bit better at knitting, so this is what I'm knitting up. I wish it wasn't curled up for you, but like I said, I will have to block it once it's done. And this is a free pattern I'll link down below from Yarnspirations. So it does, there's garter stitch on the bottom and the edges, and then the right side is a knit row, and then the wrong side is a purl row. So you kind of get the classic knit look in the center, and the edges is garter stitch. But it's kind of a thin scarf, even though this is like 5 chunky yarn. It's gonna be quite thin, but I guess like hopefully it ends up pretty long, so I can kind of like wrap it once or twice and it will be warm that way. All this is for myself. I do need to start making a couple gifts for Christmas, so maybe we'll get to that as well. But it would be nice to finish at least one of these projects before starting something new. So it is almost 9 o'clock on Monday, so I'm getting a little bit of a late start on it tonight. But I will do some knitting, and I will only stop if my friends want to play a game. But I'm going to move this red stitch marker to the top so we can see how much progress I make tonight when we check in tomorrow. And I'm pretty slammed at work right now, but I will also make it a point to bring a project with me to work. So if I do get to take a lunch, I'm going to craft on my lunch instead of doom scrolling. So that's the plan. It's Monday, like I said, and this is going to end next Monday on December 8th. So, yeah, let's see what I get done tonight, and I will check in with you tomorrow. Okay, this is my first check-in of the no scroll week. Replacing the scrolling with my fiber hobbies, fiber arts. It's Wednesday now because yesterday I did a little bit of knitting, but not really that much. I'm sick right now with bronchitis, so this may not have been the best week to be the most productive, but I haven't been scrolling, so I'm staying true to the prompt of the video of no scrolling, more fiber arts. My camera might die. Shoot. Let's try to maybe be fast then. So this is how much progress I've made since the last check-in. So a couple inches. So yeah, this is where I started on Monday. And this is how far I've made it. So that's going. Still haven't started to get a color change, which is kind of weird. I feel like most of the scarf is going to be blue. And then right before I checked in, I was getting my cross stitching ready. I couldn't find I hadn't like organized the colors nicely when I put this away last. So I think I found the matching green and red. I don't think I was using the actual DMC colors that it was calling for. So I think this is going to be okay. Like, this is just what I have. And I think the two greens kind of go together okay. So we'll just see. Also in the photo, she uses a Adia cloth that's much darker than the one I have. Alright, so I feel like the snowflake blends in too much. But it's already halfway done. So I feel like, I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't like follow the color scheme that it called for, but I started this like in 2021. So, I mean, you can kind of see it, so I think I'm just going to keep going. And I might do a little bit of stitching on this tonight. to change up from the knitting. But yeah, my camera's gotta die, so I gotta move on. So you may see me stitching in the next clip. Is my phone right here distracting? The phone is my microphone right now. But another check-in. This is all the This is all the progress I've made since the last time I've checked in. So literally just like an inch or two. And it's Friday, 10:30 p.m. So I am worried that yet again this video idea was a flop, because even though I haven't been scrolling, I've not done an impressive amount of crafting at all. And that's because I've been sleeping after work, because I've been pretty sick and I can't take any sick days at work. I mean, I could, but I don't have anyone to help me cover for when I'm sick. So I've been going to work sick, and I'm using all my energy to get through work and then coming home and sleeping. So I guess that's the main issue here as to why this video is flopping. But let's see if we can save it, because we still have a no scroll weekend ahead of us, and maybe I can do an impressive amount of crafting this weekend. Only thing is, I don't have a full free weekend. I am hosting, we call it a build day in my friend group, because a lot of our friends like to build Gundam. I'm not the biggest fan of building Gundams, so me and some other people that don't build Gundam are going to get Lego flower sets. So that means I don't know, definitely no scrolling will be happening, but I don't know how much crafting will be happening either. And then that would only leave Sunday and Monday for the no scroll week, and replacing it with fiber arts. But hey, maybe this is just a realistic view of what someone can get done, and then while they're in the middle of trying to keep up with their job that is understaffed. I almost had a moment today with this knitting project where I'm concerned that the scarf is too thin, and since it's so thin, I may not want to wear it, or it may not be like practical and like actually
keep me warm in any way, but I don't know. My partner convinced me to keep going with it, and it will keep my neck warm, even if it is a thinner scarf. And it's getting pretty long, so I might be able to wrap it around, like double wrap it maybe by the time it's done, and that would be nice. But yeah, I recorded this clip once before, like this checkup clip, and I decided to re-record it because I kept yawning during it, and my yawning face was atrocious, and I realized I could not put that on the internet. Since I am so tired though and I can't stop yawning, I'm probably only going to do a couple more rows of knitting. Maybe just finish one more YouTube video and then go to bed tonight because I'm so tired. But I didn't mention that the reason I got such a late start tonight was because I was cleaning my house in preparation for having people over tomorrow. And doing that and going to get dinner literally took up until now. Yeah. So this is not a good week for this video, but we're already a week in. So yeah, like I said, just gonna keep trying and see if we can get any finished projects by Monday. So yeah, I'm gonna keep knitting and then go to bed. And I'll see you probably tomorrow night or Sunday to check in. Hey, checking in on Saturday night, really late. I'm not going to say how late, but it's because I had my birthday party and we built Legos. I made some homemade soup. I did a little bit of knitting before people came over, but that's pretty late, but I usually feel pretty awake and wired after hanging out with people. So I think I'm going to do a little bit more knitting before going to bed. And like if my voice sounds weird, we somehow devolved into doing karaoke. And I sung Decode by Paramore like full out. So my throat, my voice may be a little bit wonky. But this is the Lego I got. It's the hibiscus, and I was super locked in. Like, I was super focused. I'm like, I want to get this done tonight. I'm terrified of losing pieces to it. So, yeah, I made the hibiscus. It looks crazy good. Oh my gosh, I love it. I would definitely do a Lego again, but maybe like slower next time. There was just a lot going on and a lot of people building Lego, so it's just really scared about losing parts. So I was just kind of rushing it in a way. But I love it, and it makes a super cool decoration. And purple's my favorite color. And I got a couple other good gifts. I got a book and some wine glasses, a pitcher, and I also got some thinking putty. It's like a fidget toy, and I love me a good fidget toy. So I think I'm gonna watch Passionate Kelsey's day 6 Vlogmas and do a little bit of knitting before I go to bed. It's Sunday evening now, and I've done a little bit of knitting today, but I think we need to pivot because it's December 7th, and the No Scroll Challenge has been going well. I wasn't really feeling well today, so I caved a little bit today and scrolled just a little bit, but definitely not, like, I actually don't even feel guilty about it because it wasn't that much. And I really didn't feel good, and I didn't even really feel like reading, even though I probably should have, instead of scroll. But anyway, we have another issue at hand. I think I'm going to extend this challenge to a month because I don't have much to show after a week of not scrolling. And I'm in a panic now, and this happened last year too, where I thought, oh, I'm not going to make anyone gifts for Christmas, just like my mom, but I want to try and make my friends gifts for Christmas now. And it's December 7th, and Christmas is like, we only have 2 full work weeks before Christmas. And I don't even know when they'll want to exchange gifts, but last year, this plagued me. And I tried to make a cat ear beanie, and I just could not make it where I liked it. But I feel like it like matches my friends' styles, and I feel like they would like a cat ear beanie, and it's supposed to be easy. So we're pivoting, and that's what we're gonna do. I have this Karen smash cake in black, and mostly black, and then a little bit of white. So I'm gonna try and make a cat ear beanie. Since the scarf's just for me, it's gonna have to take a back seat because I want to do 2 cat ear beanies, maybe a crochet book sleeve, and I cannot figure out what I could crochet for one of my other friends. So I'm still stumped in that regard for her. And I need to make fingerless gloves for my mom. So feeling the pressure a little bit, but maybe if I can knock out one gift today, it'll take a little bit of the pressure off. Yeah, so I'm gonna get to crocheting. currently slip stitching. So this was a giant rectangle. I'm currently slip stitching up the edges to finish this cat beanie. And this would be the first. I'm hoping it turns out cute. I know it's a weird angle, but I have like marks on my forehead from my beanie, so I'm trying to hide it. But I'm almost done. And I'm hoping this turns out cute because I have had trouble trying to make a cat beanie in the past. And also it is currently Tuesday, so the start of No Scroll week 2. So we finished. I haven't cut off the yarn to tie it off yet because I just wanted to check it out and try it on. Well, it definitely looks like a cat beanie. I know like the lighting is bad and the angle's bad, but I think it's cute. I need to go look at it in the mirror. But I think this one actually turned out okay. So if I do decide I like this, that means I'm going to make one more for another friend. But the fit is good. Yeah. I think this was a success. Just the next day, the day after, I just finished the black and white cat beanie, and I tried it on in front of the mirror, and I do really like it. It's so cute. I'm glad I finally got it down after last year messing up a cat beanie so many times. I think like it must be around every time this year I just lose my like crochet mojo, or crojo as they call it, because I was kind of struggling with some crochet motivation before now, but now I feel like I have it, which is good. I'm going to do a striped crochet cat beanie in black and pink, which I think will give very like Y2K vibes, and I'm going to do it on stream because I am going to do my best to start streaming twice a week, Wednesdays and Sundays, I'm thinking. Today's Wednesday. And scrolling, how the scroll challenge is going. Still not scrolling at home. I think I did scroll a little bit at work, but it was only because for some reason my blocker app, I could have swore I set the blocker to block the shorts, but I don't think it did. And then I took advantage of that and scrolled just a little bit at work. And unfortunately, for some reason, my thumb is hurting, and I don't know why. So hopefully I can crochet. It doesn't affect my crochet. And yeah, basically also what's helping my motivation is like something not great happened at work. So it just kind of reminded me, that's it. I don't want to do that anyway. It's just what I have to do to make a living. But this is what I actually want to do. So I need to really put in a lot more effort than I've been putting in. And I think my main problem is I just like sleep too much. I need to start getting up at like 5 in the morning and working on my videos and my content and my business before work. And I've been trying to do that all year. But maybe this is the motivation I need to start getting up at 5 a.m. Mm-hmm. Should we get up at 5 a.m. tomorrow? I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to streaming and crocheting tonight. And I ordered Indian food, and it's on the way. It should be here literally in like 3 minutes. Yeah, my partner is away, so I kind of get to order Indian and focus more on my craft and stuff when he's not here. Not that he doesn't let me, but we just like do more choring and more hanging out when he's here. And maybe that's something I need to reel in a bit too, so I can focus more on this. But hopefully I can get everyone's gifts done. This will be the second gift I'm starting. and I am hoping to start stream by 7 and then end it by 9. So I'll check in at the end of the night and see how much progress we've made. Alright, this lighting's crazy, but it's Sunday at like 2, so the sun is like right outside my window right now. But last I've updated or even seriously crocheted was, I think I crocheted a little bit on Friday. The last time I had a good crochet session was last Wednesday, and it's Sunday. I'm majorly like stressed out and behind on my gifts, so I'm about to stream again and hopefully go for a couple hours and really get some stuff done. I still need to weave in the ends on this other cat beanie. I still never wove in the 2 ends on the first cat beanie I made. So I think we're gonna start with weaving in some ends, and then I was racking my brain what to make my other friend, because I don't think a cat beanie would like necessarily be her vibe. So I have all these granny squares from the Granny Square All-in-One Red Heart yarn. I didn't know what to do with them, and I laid them out this morning, and I didn't really have enough to do a scarf, but I'm thinking I could make her a Granny Square scarf. And then I was spiraling because I need more squares than what I have. And I'm like, Joann's is closed. No one else sells Red Heart All-in-One yarn. But I saw on Passionate Kelsey's, one of her Vlogmases, she went to Ollie's bargain store and they randomly had the Red Heart All-in-One yarn. And I realized I have an Ollie's really close to me, and I went there and they freaking had it. They had it, and I was shocked because I was like, I don't know. I was like, what? I actually had good luck for once. But I don't know if I want to do like an accent color, so I got this like red ball of yarn to make like black and red, and then I actually found the exact same color I already had, so I could either make her the scarf all in the same Granny Square color, or I could do like every other like a pattern with this red. So I have to decide that in a bit. That's probably going to be the next thing I work on. Hopefully I have a black yarn that matches the Red Heart black, because you know how black's going to be different. I guess I could go to Walmart if I really had to. I think they sell Red Heart. Yeah, because it's black. Shoot, that black doesn't really match. I have a couple other blacks. I could try and see if they would match. Okay, that's kind of another roadblock if I don't have a black to match. Let me look at one more thing. Okay, I found a black to match, but it's like all tangled. And I hope it's enough. Freak, this is so stressful. And it's December 14th. I don't know why I waited so long to make gifts. But even though this is turning into like a Christmas gift making vlog, I haven't been scrolling as much as I normally have. I will admit I've caved a couple times. It's really hard to go absolutely no scroll. But I'm doing everything in my power to stay true to this challenge, as it's kind of a necessity at this point because I have so much to do that I cannot waste any time on my phone right now. So, I'm gonna go live in probably just like 15 minutes or so, and yeah, shoot, I don't know if this is gonna be enough yarn because I also need to make like fringe, I think, or like tassels, you know. I'll figure that out at a later date. So I'm gonna stream here in just a minute and get working. Okay, so on stream, we wove in our ends for our cat beanies. And then I crocheted one of the new granny squares to see how I like it next to the blue. But I timed how long this took me, and it took me about 30 minutes. And to get enough squares to make the scarf would be about 7.5 hours. So I think that's going to be too long. So even though I went all the way to the store and got this for a specific friend's gift, I think I'm pivoting. And I think I'm actually going to crochet a checkered beanie so that all 3 friends get similar gifts. A beanie and some other stuff I got them. So I think I'm going to do this cream color and black crochet beanie. And I'm going to get that started in a little bit, but I'm getting hungry. So, yeah. Wednesday now of the No Scroll Challenge, which is kind of just turning into a Christmas present making video, even though I didn't really intend it to be, but either way, still being very conscious and not scrolling. I'll be honest, sometimes I'll have to unlock something to see something someone sent me, or yeah, that's usually it. It's just someone linked me something and I need to unblock the shorts to watch the thing someone sent me, and then I don't reblock it, and I'll catch myself scrolling for just a couple minutes, and then I realize what I'm doing and I stop. So to me, that's still doing pretty good on this no scroll challenge and doing my hobbies instead. I'm reading a little bit more of Onyx Storm, but kind of still in the beginning chapters. I don't even know if I broke chapter 10 yet. But anyway, this is where we are with the checkered beanie. It's looking very, very good. And I'm about to stream on Twitch to help me focus and get more of this done. You know, I think I could maybe finish this tonight. Maybe not weave in the ends, but definitely get close to finishing or finishing tonight. So this would be another nice working scent, and I should be able to work on this or keep crocheting the rest of the week. I don't think I have anything else to come up, so this may be one of the more crochet heavy weeks, which will be good. See what all we can get done this week. It's Sunday now. I don't remember the last time I gave an update. Maybe Wednesday. But I woven the ends and completely finished this checkered beanie for another Christmas present. That means I have 3 Christmas presents completed right now. But it's Sunday, December 21st, and we literally have 5 days to Christmas. Now, my friend's Christmas, or Friendsmas, is December 28th, so I have a little bit longer for making friends gifts. But it's Sunday, so I'm going to stream, and I'm going to work on fingerless crochet gloves for my mom. And I'm hoping that it'll be a pretty easy and straightforward pattern, but I haven't made them before, so that's always a challenge. And also last night, I started editing this video, and it's funny how we started off with my knit scarf and some Christmas cross-stitch projects, and I was really hoping to, and I actually have a Christmas crochet cardigan I haven't finished, and I started years ago, but stuff has just come up and I have not been able to finish it every year, so it looks like yet again I will not be able to finish my Christmas whips this year, which is a bummer because this is literally starting the 4th week of the no scroll challenge, so I really shouldn't push it past a 4th week because I already have so many clips and audio files to go through, so the editing process is already feeling overwhelming for the 30 people that watch my videos. So I think that's about it. I'm sorry that this video kind of turned into just Christmas gift making. I should have just made it about making Christmas gifts, but the overarching theme as well was a no scroll, which I have been doing, but I feel like I am a perfectionist, so the little bit of scrolling I have been doing has made me want to scrap this whole video because I'm like, I've scrolled like 30 minutes sometimes in a total day, which is still so much better than what I've used to do, which would be like hours, but I'm only scrolling like 30 to 40 minutes total in a day, which is a big improvement. But I don't know what I'm going on about. I just hope I can salvage this video into something watchable, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But let me show you the colors for the fingerless gloves. I'm going to do pink, green, and brown, I think. And yet again, I had all these colors already, which is nice. I'm using yarn out of my stash. So that's about it. I'm going to get started on these fingerless gloves. I know I look crazy right now, but we're literally, it's Christmas Eve, 2 days from Christmas. The Christmas Eve is when I need these fingerless gloves done. And every new section of the glove, I feel like I have to redo. So you see how much this is coming in right here? Like this is making the wrist way too small. And like it was calling for a slip stitch rib, but I think I'm going to have to undo all of this and do a single crochet rib, which is fine, I guess. It would go a lot faster, the single crochet rib, but I'm just down to the wire, the absolute wire, and I had to work late today because I just had to basically work ahead so I can get some time off for Christmas. And yeah, I'm sorry I look absolutely crazy right now, but yeah, it's December 23rd. Mindful scrolling / no scroll challenge still happening, but I'll be honest, today was so bad that I did scroll a little bit. But yeah, look how tiny, like I had one more row to add to the wrist ribbing, but it's like way too tiny. It's like coming way too much. So I have to redo this and single crochet ribbing. Okay. And I'm baking cookies. And I have to pack to go home. And I still have to make a Demogorgon amigurumi by the 28th. And today's the 23rd. And I have to edit this video that's already probably like an hour long. But anyway, let's just continue. I definitely need this, my new stress ball. Oh, it feels really good. But yeah, let's continue working. It's 8 p.m. I almost want to wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow, but I know that's not going to happen. But maybe, what if it did? What if it did happen? I could try, but I don't know. Let's keep working for now. It's midnight, but we finally finished the gloves and woven the ends. I do wish I would have just done a single crochet rib on the top, because for some reason the slip stitch rib took forever and like my fingers hurt now. But yes, and I'm a little worried that it's a little too tight on like the upper part, so I'm trying to stretch it out a bit. But yeah, it would have been done a lot sooner, but I caved and I did scroll on my phone for a little bit. I really shouldn't have, but I told myself it was like my Christmas present to myself, and like I haven't done that this whole time. So I had one bad cave or relapse out of this whole almost month. But today was like just really hard when I don't even know how long I worked today. Like 11 hours I worked, and then I like had to do chores and then finish these. I do really like the way they look though. I don't know how I'm going to get photos of this for my Instagram, but I'm going to try and figure it out. And I haven't packed yet. But yeah, at least I got these done, and if I get photos, I can then wrap them for my mom as a Christmas gift. Hello! If you made it to the end of this hour-long video, I'm shocked and very thankful and grateful. I talked about how I was going to make a crochet demigorgon. Luckily that friend wasn't at our Friendsmas, so I do have some more time for the crochet demigorgon. I have like 2 legs, actually 4 legs ahead, and that's about it. But this is where we need to call this video because it's an hour long. And I don't know who's gonna watch an hour-long video, but if you did, you're number 1, and thank you so very much. I'm really excited for the new year, and I'm gonna be making a lot more things in the new year. And I also got this brand new camera, the Canon PowerShot V10, I think it is. So it'll be a lot more easier for me to film and make videos too.
But yeah, in this whole month of no scroll, we only had 4. Oh my gosh, we only had 3 finished projects. Isn't that sad? And something else I have to say about the no scroll. People online say it's like life changing and like it's gonna make your whole like world better to no scroll. It really didn't change that much for me. I didn't really accomplish all that much more, I feel like. Now, I definitely want to keep up the habit of not scrolling, but I'm kind of disappointed that it wasn't more impactful. So, I did buy a flip phone. Like, that, like, this was a purchase that I caved and I kind of wish I wouldn't have, but I did buy a flip phone. So, maybe we could do a flip phone weekend and see if that like affects our creativity or anything like that. But anyway, we got it in this video here. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the gift making and everyone loved their gifts. Wait, we made 4, 3 hats and okay, we did make 4. So about like 1 project a week, even though it didn't really end up like that. But okay, 4 finished projects, no scroll. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.